Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Ultima 9 Ascension. In our last video, the Avatar spoke with the inhabitants of Cove and Minok following his cleansing of the Shrine of Sacrifice, and freed Nico, who rewarded him with an Orb of the Moons and knowledge of the Return ritual. As it turns out, rituals are in the spellbook, and I have not been reading about them as we've learned them. So we'll go backwards. We'll read them from the most recently learned to the first learned. Return. Using an Orb of the Moons in a circle of stones, the mage can summon a Moongate to take him to a purified shrine of virtue. Restoration. The Restoration ritual, when performed in a place of virtue, can restore the mage to full health and mana, as well as cure poison. Bind. This ritual is used to bind a spell into a mage's spellbook. A binding pentagram is needed, and the corresponding level of magic must be freed. Sanctify. The Sanctify ritual purges evil from places that have been corrupted. Sanctify requires the ability to meditate, which requires practice. I don't know why they have to add that last sentence. That doesn't really make a lot of sense, but okay. Well, here's our opportunity to test the Return ritual. To use it, we just drop the Orb of the Moons in this circle of stones, and then recite the mantra of the virtue of the shrine nearest where we want to be. And since we want to go to Britain, that would be compassion, which is Mu.
Enter the mantra of the shrine you would like to travel to. That path is clear, Avatar. Be careful on your journey.
Okay, a little weird with the camera angles there, but yes, and the Orb of the Moons was automatically returned to the Avatar's inventory after the mantra was recited. And yeah, we've got another weird purple Moongate. Now here's something fun. It follows you. So you're always seeing the kind of planar side of it, no matter what you do. All right, well, let's go. Let's take a look at the map. And we can see by the flashing red pin that we are at that circle of stones that's just to the southwest of the Shrine of Compassion. So we're very close to Britain now. In fact, oh, we probably got rats. Hey guys. Anyway. There's our old friend Peter. Cool. Let's go say hi to Peter. Actually, we're not going to speak with Peter. He has nothing to say. We'll just go drop off all these diamonds and the few emeralds that we retained in Cameron's shop. Boy, that's going to be one heck of a payday eventually. But yeah, we are back in Britain. Although I will say there is one interesting thing. There's Raven. Yep, I guess she knew the Avatar was going to Britain, so there she is. Yeah, I don't either, Avatar. I don't understand either. And how she got here instantaneously is also a curious thing. Best not to question it. And there is Cameron's shop. Boy, have we got a lot to unload there. Oh, yes.
Welcome to my humble shop.
Sure. Okay, well. Diamonds. And emeralds. There's a diamond. And diamonds. Oh, yes. Lots of diamonds. So many diamonds. That's just crazy. Were there more? No, we filled our bags with black rock, and that's fine. That is fine. Okay, so now we've made our deposit at the bank, I guess. Let's return to Castle British. We've got some spells to bind, because we did free another Circle of Magic, the 5th, and we have 3 scrolls of spells that belong to that circle. Ah, Castle British.
Hello, Avatar.
Hi there. We'll stop off at the Avatar's room first. Gonna clean up a little bit. Okay. This place is getting pretty messy. I think... yeah, we already know Infernal Armour, so that's going to go in the stack right there. The Orb of the Moons is very important, so that's going to be staying with us permanently. Let's see here. But we do not need to be carrying the Tear of Sacrifice or its associated rune. That worked out really well. I don't know about the Codex lenses. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have them, but let's see. So down here, we've got treasure maps, and up here, we have town maps. So we will place the map of Minok up there with the town maps, and throw the Wormguard helm over here in the pile. Yeah, we've got a little bit of a key situation, and unfortunately I do not remember what's what. So I'm going to have to watch previous videos to figure it out. What I will say, though, is this key and this copper key unlock the nonsense locks that don't matter. So I'm just going to leave those together. I'll sort this out at a later date. What else? I think we can leave the Mandrake root here, or one of them anyway. We can leave one Mandrake root on the floor. But we are going to need Spider Silk and Nightshade. Alright. As for all this black rock that we're lugging around, I'm going to just start putting it right here. We don't need it right now. And it's taking up a phenomenal amount of inventory space. And that's just not necessary. Very productive trip down to Covetous, I would say. It's everybody's favorite, black rock. Actually, I bet Lord British would not be too thrilled to find all this black rock in his castle after the events of Ultima Underworld 2. But yeah, there we go. You know, I'm gonna leave the flaming sword here. It's time. I mean, it's so weird seeing those all translucent. We're doing quite all right without it. We've got the lovely, ever-glowing Helm of Radiance. And with that on, everything looks great. And we have green gelée here, which is better. Well, actually, I don't know if it's better than a longsword. Let's check on that. There's green gelée. Oh, it is the same as a longsword. But it's also got that extra damage to undead. So that's going to be our new sword, and we will get rid of the longsword somewhere. What else? What else? You can stay in here. We are going to be using this mandrake root in a bit. And also the spells that we're going to be binding will be full heal, levitate, and summon undead. These other three, we're not ready for just yet. Frost storm, meteorite, and death. Just death, you know, no big deal. And I think that's everything. We could drop off this serpentwine. We don't need quite so much. I'm one of those people that hates using consumables, and yet I'm carting around this bag full of potions for that just-in-case situation. That's alright. You never know. Okay. It is time to bind spells. So it's back to the magic laboratory, or whatever this is. Okay. Well, so let's look at that fifth circle. We will start with Summon Undead. We are going to need Blood Moss, Nightshade, and Spider Silk. And we've got the latter two handled, but we need some Blood Moss. And there should be some hanging around here somewhere. There you go. So let's get that show on the road. Spider Silk, Nightshade, and Blood Moss. We also need to know the incantation, Cal Corp Zen. All right. Oh, I lit one candle. I was not paying attention. Cow Corp Zen. It is bound. You know, just for fun, let's cast it. Right here? Cool. Hey, buddy.
Oh, hello there.
She's greeting it. Okay. Well, have a good one. What's next? Oh, he didn't stay charmed forever. We've made a mess. That's alright. I guess they fight for you for, I don't know, what was that, like 20 seconds, and then they turn on you. Alright. Next, we'll go ahead and do Levitate. So we're going to need Blood Moss and Spider Silk. Let's locate that. We know that there's some Blood Moss over here. And we're going to need spider silk. Right there. It's almost like I had this planned out. Poor Us Ilem. Okay. Poor Us Ilem. Strange. There's the blood moss, the spider silk, and the scroll. And now we will ignite. Poor Us Ilem. It is bound. Yeah, I haven't been really casting any of the spells, or at least a lot of the spells that we have bound. I will do that at some point just to demonstrate everything. Honestly, I'm just curious what Levitate does. I mean, I know it's going to cause levitation, but how far does one go? It seems to... Okay, well, there's your answer. I remember levitating in Morrowind. You go as high as you want. That was fun. Much more fun than that little trip we just took. Okay, finally, full heal. So that'll be Vas Mani. We need some garlic, ginseng, and mandrake root. Okay. Well, there's some ginseng and there's some garlic. And we're already carrying mandrake root. So there's the mandrake root and the garlic and the ginseng. And the scroll. And now we will ignite. Vas Mani. It is done. What I'm curious about is how much mana that takes. Because if it's not horrible, then I would switch out light heal for full heal. So let's see how much mana this takes. So the problem with that is I don't think I want to do that mid-combat. That seems dangerous. It took a substantial amount of mana, but not so much that I wouldn't mind just casting that repeatedly to escape death. But yeah, we'll save that for other situations. It just doesn't seem... kind of going meh, to be perfectly honest. I'm not impressed. Let's see if Lord British has anything to say. You bench stander.
Hello, Avatar. How fare things?
Well, I got a bunch of black rock. Let's see if he's learned anything new.
Have you had any news that may be of use?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Ah, that's that junk about...
so?
No. Blah, 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 blah. That's the stuff about the moons.
Goodbye, my lord.
Farewell, Avatar.
Yeah, that's nothing new or interesting for the Avatar at this point. Okay. Oh. That shouldn't have counted. I wanted to go all the way plop. And see, then you can just do one little regular heal like this. See, it's... I don't know, it seems more efficient, but I don't know, I could be wrong. Sorry, I got distracted by that mushroom. That's why I ran off the track. Well, while we're here in Britain... let's head over here and have a couple quick chats. Ooh, wait a minute. Is that rat going to go after the kid, or is it just running around? Nah, it's just running around. That's boring. Well, the door to the magic shop is open. That's new.
Look at the exquisite items.
And Altamar seems quite pleased to finally be in here. Because Nico is back.
Avatar! Been continuing the good work, eh? Nico told me that you saved him in Cove, and that things have been put right in Moonglow. Well done, sir. Very well done. We all owe you a debt of gratitude.
What's Moonglow got to do with it? I mean, things are right in Moonglow, I just don't see... I mean, Nico's story is really more about Cove. But... okay. Well, hi there, Nico.
Hello. How good to see you again. I am so grateful to you for saving me.
I guess we could ask how things are in Cove, but that doesn't really... I'm pretty sure he just kind of, like, ran.
How are things in Cove?
Well, I left immediately after you rescued me from that jail. But from what I've heard, things are much better in Cove now.
Okay, thanks for the information. Let's ask him about the Moongates. I mean, if anybody would know... I mean, he just gave us the Orb of the Moons and told us about the return ritual. This... Of course he's noticed something odd about the Moongates.
Nico, you're a mage. Have you noticed anything odd about the Moongates?
Normally, they work in conjunction with the moons. Now, the only way to get them to work is the return ritual that I taught you.
Right, and again, we are going to give the new usage of the Orb of the Moons a pass here because things have changed, and if you recall, it wasn't even working properly at the end of Ultima 7 anyway. So, alright. Well, what does he sell?
May I see a list of your goods?
Of course, I have excellent prices.
I'll be the judge of that. Well, you don't have Mandrake Root, so I'm already disappointed. I guess these are good prices. I don't know. We haven't had to resort to purchasing reagents just yet. We may at some point.
Would you like anything else?
Well, I'd like you to turn off that horrible whining noise, but no.
Goodbye, Nico.
Yeah, it's like he's got one of those mosquito devices, the ones with the high frequency that they use to keep teenagers from loitering. I still hear those frequencies. Lucky me. And if you'll recall, a long time ago, we freed the Silver Serpent in Buccaneer's Den. But we never came back to speak with Kimberly about it. So let's do that now.
Avatar, dearest friend. The serpent is back and producing serpentine at full speed. Soon, all of Britannia will once again have access to its healing power.
That's amazing. I'm trying to decide if we really did a good thing here because I don't know. Well, I can't interact with it. It just went from one cage to another. Are you happy in there? It's quite still. I'm not breathing. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I never destroyed these barrels. Problem solved. Is that a ruby? I think that's a ruby. It is. Now it's our ruby. What do we have here? These candles? Pears. Well, we don't need pears. We really don't need a ruby either, but we'll have it. Did I miss anything up here? No. Okay. That's cool. Well, with that done, I'm gonna go drop this ruby off at Cameron's place. And we probably ought to try to get rid of these lighthouse gems pretty soon. I mean, we're carrying 2 polished ones. One of them goes in the lighthouse near Moonglow, and the other one goes in the lighthouse near Trinsic, which we're going to be visiting very, very soon. So that would be a good way to clear up a couple inventory slots. Oh, it's right here. Wow. Must pay closer attention. Well, the game really wants you to talk to Raven at this point. That's why they make her available, even in Britain. But I'm gonna... Right. I'm going to head back to Minok and speak to her there. It's the same either way. Oh, hush. You get the same dialogue and the same plot event regardless of where you are when you speak to her, be it Britain or Minok. But we'll just do it from Minok because that is where we would have been had we not kind of got a little sidetracked and used the return ritual. And you're going to attack. That's fine. You do that. Moving right along. And we're back here.
Enter the mantra of the shrine you would like to travel to.
And that would be Ka for sacrifice.
That path is clear, Avatar. Be careful on your journey.
Oh, it's going to put it in the tool belt every time. That's fine, I just... Alrighty. And we're back. Hello, citizens of Cove. You are nasty, nasty people. Just saying. Let's see, are they going to aggro from over there? They are! Alright, guys. And then there's this. Yeah. Now, you may be asking, how did Raven get here instantaneously as well? I don't know. It's weird, right? It's definitely weird. But that's just the way it is. And we will chat with her in the next video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.